Love and light collective. Much love and light to you all. We're going deep today. We're going deep for this one, so I will be mindful to ring the bell a few times, of course, because y'all gonna have to give me a minute. I got two piles here and a lot to cover. So I want to take a look at current energies, um, as well as give you the guided message. The channeling went deep. So the message is what it is. Okay. Pile number one, you may resonate with or be attracted to this spirit quartz. Or pile number two, you may resonate with or be attracted to this smoky quartz. Love and light, Sean. Thanks for hopping on. Welcome, welcome. Rich rising, as they say. But you know what I want to say, you guys? Because I don't want to just like steal another's like TM or something, right? I was thinking like 100 grand rising. You know what I'm saying? Because they normally say grand anyways, but like we could just like 2.0, like 100 grand rising. You know what I'm saying? Love and like Cassandra. So I don't know. I'm still mulling it over, but I was like, oh, that would, because every morning we should at least be waking up to at least 100 grand rising, right? Like grand rising. That's a grand rising, if I do say so myself. Thanks for loving and lighting each other. You guys are amazing. I'll say it again because I love to talk about it. I have the best collective, hands down. Like nobody's telling me any other ish, because any other ish is just that ish and not facts. I'm so serious. You guys are amazing. So love and light. Thank you for hopping on. As you do, please and thank you. Hit that like button. And for those that maybe don't know the rules, it's cool, right? It happens. Just check the description box below and make sure you're following all of the prompts, right? Not just waiting for the bell, okay? Because it'll ring, right? But then you still won't know what to do if you haven't checked the live stream rules, and everyone's going to know. So just saying, okay? Only because sharing's caring. I'm trying to share with you all aspects of the rules, and they again are listed below in the description box. Please and thank you for checking those out, okay? Because when the bell rings, you guys, you want to be ready, right? So you know exactly what to do. But again, let's talk about this because it's a pickup pile. Pile number one, you could be attracted to or connected with all aspects metaphysically. I'm talking about at least, right? Referable to that of the spirit quartz. Okay. Um, Pile number two, you have the smoky quartz. All right. So high key significance to quartz, really talking about the aspects of environment and all the ways within which to excel in environment. All right. And recognizing what you have control over versus what you don't, and what you should do in spite of all aspects of that truth. All right. I tried to put it in the title so nobody was going to be like wondering, right? We're going deep today. Okay. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to get deep sometimes. You can't be deep all the time, right? That's why sometimes you come on here. We do have a lot of fun, right? But don't worry. This is gonna be fun. I'm just trying to let you know you guys have to give me some time today. But being mindful that maybe not everyone has that, okay, schedules and things. I'm going to be ringing the bell. So again, please know those rules so you're not waiting in the back of the line because you weren't ready when your turn came around initially for the free tarot. Make sense? Okay. And you guys, no pressure. If you want to come on and not ask a question, just so you know, that could be a thing too. All right. Let's not rip up those seeds of manifestation talking about, did the roots grow now? Dig it up and see, kind of thing. So be mindful of that as well. And I'm not here to assist you in participating with such really essentially, not to be rude, dummy games, right? Because they lead to dummy prizes. Of course you're going to win at something, but do you want to win the dummy prize? Because I feel like the dummy one is at least mid. Just saying, okay? If it's even a prize. So there's that. Could be some significance to the number 3, and we do have some other numbers as I say that. Pile number two, you at least got a third 3 there. We're going to be talking about, of course. But I am mindful that you guys have, differing schedules. So I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell. Those that know what to do may do so now. All right, welcome. Come in, get comfy. All right, please and thank you. I really hope you enjoy yourselves today, whether you're hanging out with me, with us, or not. All right, set the intention, you guys, because it is what you make whatever it is of it. Makes sense? Starts with you. All right. So welcome in. And let's see, do we have any questions? All right. Okay. If not, you guys, no pressure. You already know I'm ready to go into it. I came here to do this, and what I'm gonna do is deliver these messages. Who is that? Like, all right. So, you know what? I was guided to the Maji, the High Priestess deck as well. Just to, we're not gonna do the names, chart placements, and initials, but I will at least, you know, try to get some archetypes from this deck as well as a couple others. All right, just to keep you falling in line. But quite frankly, I feel like you're gonna know which, at least I'll say it this way, you guys, you're going to know at least out of which two of the piles where you resonate or where you fall into place currently, right? Because I'm not here to word curse. There is a difference between pile number 1 and pile number 2. And again, you guys, this is pile number 1, all right? Spirit quartz, and this is pile number 2, the double terminated smoky quartz, all right? So pile 1, pile 2, I feel like those were appropriate indicators for what all is connected energetically, I'll say, from one pile to the next. I can also tell you from pile 1, the tarot is going to be that, well, let me, hold on. This is a better illustration. Pile number 1, your tarot is the light seers, okay? And pile number 2, we have the beautiful creatures, one of my faves, for pile number 2. So pile 1, pile 2, just to help you kind of like decide perhaps where you might fall in line. And again, this is a situation where the piles are so different. I feel like even if, for whatever reason, all systems weren't go referable to the icons or the decks that you resonated with, the message should be clear enough from one pile to the next, okay? And I feel like, you know, if I do say so myself, someone, anyone can get a little something, quite frankly, out of either pile, okay? All right, let's see here, Sean. You guys, it's a little dreary outside where I am, and it's like spit and rain, and then it's not. And I don't know, I wasn't feeling the normal track today, so I hope you guys don't mind the difference, but you might hear some rattling in the background. It's just the track. I was in session with my guides many moon cycles ago and making the instruments do whatever the heck came out. And it's so funny because I don't even know what I did. There's like this one tone in the track that I swear, like if I was a dog and had ears, like my ears would perk up when I hear this. And I don't even know, I can't even place what the heck kind of tone that is or what instrument it would have come from or what in my environment happened to make that sound. It's so funny. So, okay, here we have, so I see you put a lot of work in this, Sean, with the Seven of Pentacles coming out. And this is giving more of a long-term success as far as what you're asking about within this time frame parameters. I've got 2 no's, okay, at the bottom of the deck, but hear me out. This other no at the bottom of the deck, there could be some significance to 7-7, which normally is considered a lucky number. It still connects to this message because, again, long-term, right? However, I know it's not necessarily what you want to hear, what you came for, but there is some significance to someone strategically intentioning to block you, your efforts, maybe even your capabilities. I would definitely, I don't know if this is simply and solely in business, Sean, or if this is also spiritually. So let me just check really quick because I don't like that at all. And the crazy thing is 7-7 is supposed to be like, oh, luck, success, right? Wealth, all of that. But yet here we're talking about some other ish, and I don't. Okay, if you have someone in your energy romantically, you need to use your intuition. Um, but I'm just getting someone in your corner, in your camp, in your other places, perhaps, is sending you negativity. There could be some significance to retrograde energy. Jupiter's coming out, but I know we are upon Mercury, right? And this particular aspect talks about problems making important life changing decisions, as well as affecting your expansion, abundance, and prosperity. You're being guided to like break away from people right now so that you can recharge, because others are envious of your career path. You know, the crazy thing is, you guys, I mean, I'm still on Sean's reading, right? But the crazy thing is, a lot of people can see much more clearly where we're headed, even in spite of our own intentions and doing the work and all of that. Because you know how it's easier to see something when you're on the outside of it, like, or when you're less energetically charged by it or emotionally affected by it. It's clearer to see, like, oh, that person's jealous and is a hater. When you're inside of things, right, and you're loving and lighting and being vulnerable and, you know, planting those seeds of manifestation, there's a lot more going on when you're inside of that box, that environment, that connection, that mindset, that doesn't allow for the same level and measure of clarity that some haters outside of the box that will never be inside, right, can see. So be mindful to take notes from your haters. Like, oh, you hating on me for what now? You say, oh, you, okay, thank you, because I see you in Eurasia by getting there and more. Like, oh, you see me giving TED Talks already right now? Like next Thursday? I will definitely cross that off of my bucket list, and so much more. Like, you know, things can really be telling of where you're going beyond your own access and awareness, if you would only take notes, you guys. And some of you, you know, it's like you take notes to know enough that you've got a hater, right? But you're not really getting the full ramification of that clarity being afforded unto you now, even if through this message. That, you know, that's also a like how you already made that. Now, when you connect that back to the reality, factual actualization that everything, everywhere, all at once is occurring, and you guys watch that movie, watch The Secret, you know, delve into the resources that I'm asking, pleading half the time with you guys to do collectively, because it helps you understand these messages. It's just all connected. I don't know how else to say it, you know. So that's, you know, there's that. But when you connect that back with understanding as well, that, you know, you are really just in the action, you know, even on the other side of the divine's request, to align with your highest vibrational timeline, outcome, path, mindset, life purpose, right? You guys have many ways to serve the collective, as well as people in your communities, as well as people in your household, as well as yourselves. And all aspects should be ferreted through, action out, but in balance. Okay. And you guys really have to wrap your heads around who all you are versus who you no longer could never ever be, right? Because it assists you with clarity so that you're not as easily betrayed or weakened to prey of others, right? Or prayers of others. Makes sense? Okay. Because, you know, when you're doing greatness and you are greatness, people can't help but see that. If you're shining a bright ass light to the point where the universe can't deny it, chances are haters are going to pick up on the glow too, right? But does it have to be that, you know, oh, because they picked up on it, you know, you're just asked out and that's the end of the story? Hell no. Nobody said that unless that was you. You should never say that. Because then that's you playing a dummy game and you're going to receive a dummy life. That's not a prize, right? But that's what I have for you, Sean. Okay. Yes, please watch, you guys. Girl, I know. The energies, right? That's how you know you won, right? Like, think about it, like, even in sports or like even in like boxing. Like, you know, the world champion ain't coming out there with no licks taken. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world champion's going to be like, damn, my whole chest feels like it's caved in, my left cheek, and we don't even know which one they're talking about necessarily, or both, feels like it got punched all the way in, right? But at the end of the day, when they're, you know, at the end of the fight, when they're raising your hand up in the air, you know that's exactly why you feel like that, because you won, right? And it is what you make of it. What if the boxer, right, in this scenario, and I'm not talking about any person that's like in the limelight right now in the boxing ring, right? Who cares? It's just an example, right? No disrespect, just saying. But could you imagine if at the end, like the world champion is like, that's so fucked up though. Like, I know I won, but like, damn, my ass cheek is punched, bro. I can't sit for weeks, and all I got was the world championship. No, nobody does that. So don't do that for you with your own world championship and whatever the hell you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really does that because it's not beneficial. It doesn't help them win the next win. If anything, it might actually perform some sort of like programming in there that goes, hey buddy, never ever get in the ring again, because it's bad to be the world championship. Your left ass cheek gets punched in and you can't sit for weeks. Like, see what I'm saying, you guys? I hope somebody's getting this, right? You really have to be mindful of your thoughts, because that's what's going to either lift you out of the miry clay, right? Or assist you doing just that, or it's going to sink you. And you're in charge of that aspect. Okay, so do the work, right? Keep going and make it fun and be gracious about it. Okay, gratitude is the attitude. Okay, I'm not saying it feels nice or look at this. See, Spirit is backing this message to say, look, who cares what's going on in current energies? On the other side of doing this work and maintaining it and being disciplined in it, right? And being grateful for the ability and the capability, because not everybody, okay, can be on this type of timeline, just saying, right? This is the happiest card of any tarot deck. Who cares what the message is about? Love, money, success, fame, right? Health, which is wealth, right? Wealth. It's the happiest card coming out for you. We've got the card of victory. It's like divine is just too much connected to, look, y'all, I can't even, this, you want to talk about shine and bright. This is this star card on the other side of the sun. This is literally for those here for some sort of fame, victory, or success, or right? Or all of the above. It's here. What will you will, collective? You know what I'm saying? You got to believe. You got to fight your fight of faith, not wrestling demons, rulers, and principalities. Your fight of faith. Faith in what? The divinity within and the divinity that backs you. The divinity within and the divinity with upon, excuse me. That's it. All right, 4-4. I'm looking at 4-4. Look up those angel numbers, would ya? They really help round out the message. I'm so serious, you guys. So if we don't have any other questions at this time, no worries. The bell again will ring. I'm excited to get into the message, and it appears the channeling has already opened for same. So let's go with it, shall we? So again, we're talking pile number 1. If somebody could put 18 into the message for pile number 1, I would really appreciate you. So who I'm speaking to is someone that needs to lighten up a bit. Pile number 1. Not saying you're all like drudgy and dreary, right? But saying you deserve to have a lot more fun than what you've been allowing yourself to have fun. Oh, Knight Rider, love and light. You know, it's crazy. You said 18 and 18 hit the timer. 18. Thank you, Knight Rider. I appreciate you. And thank you, Sean. I appreciate you as well. You guys are the best. Could be some significance to 9-9 as well, right, you guys? Because 18 high key reduces down to 9-9. Now, what would that be speaking about? You might want to look up the angel numbers, just saying, but it's talking about prosperity and new beginnings. It's giving. All right. So tap into the energy, receive it, because it's here for you. And that's anyone under the sound of my voice. We are speaking on pile 1, so I will continue. So it says to become more fluid, add wine. Now, I'm not here saying, hey, go ahead and become an alcoholic, or hey, alcohol is a perfect band-aid for you. All I'm saying is some of you need to chill. You know, do what works for you, even if it's not alcohol related. Makes sense? Okay, so anything in moderation, though. Maybe there is some aspect to alcohol. Somebody's here fearing that, you know, alcohol is really going to take them down some rabbit hole. Now, I do understand that there is such a thing as addiction, referable to wine or alcohol and or substances, which are beyond, you know, the standard textbook version. You guys, some people are addicted to sex, others addicted to food. Sugar comes to mind. Gosh, ask me how I know. And there's many other things. You can be addicted to drama. You can be addicted to abuse, right? You can be addicted to lack mindset. crazier things have happened, folks. I'm just saying it's the truth, right? There's some aspect here to being less rigid, less regimented, and kind of like fucking around and finding out in the most highest vibrational frequency and aspect of fuck around and find out kind of thing, pal number one. And I do see in your current energies, the inner critic that you need to silence, okay? Tell that little oosh to pipe down, okay, pal number one? So, also, some of you damn sure need to let your freak flag fly. Whatever and whatever's on it, honey bun. You got to be your authentic self anyhow. So that makes sense that if you're freaky, you should be owning up to that as well. Now, of course, I'm talking about freaky in the sense of fun, freedom, right? In the sense of resiliency, perhaps, for some, maybe not all, but not in the sense of harming yourselves and or another. I feel like that shouldn't have to have been stated, but because I'm on a live stream and anyone can come along, I just like to be clear. Okay, pal number one, or anyone listening to this. All right, so let your freak flag fly is coming out. And we got Om Shakalaka. All right, so maybe some of y'all get down with that Chief Raka type of urban thug vibes. Okay, doesn't have to be the case, but that makes me think of oh my God, what is that? Lords of the Underground. Boom shakalaka, Chief Raka number one, Chief Raka number one, Chief Raka. It reminds me of that Om Shakalaka. So could be, you know, that you are of the urban community or of an urban community. Could be, pal number one, you have some trauma. Yeah, makes sense. But guess what? In spite of all of the fuck shit, you got a gift called courage. And so you can use it. Makes sense. And I love this last one for you coming out of the deck. Take a deep breath and let your ucks go. Who needs to give one when you can release them all? Ha! Cheat code. Pile number one. Just saying. All right, so you're seeing synchronicities. It's so funny because I almost stopped fishing out of this deck for you, pile number one, to get into them. So, hello, hey, hi, let's do it. Ooh, shakalaka, cheaperaka. That's so funny. I used to put that song on repeat. There was that one, and there was another one. It was like, punk, I don't know, was that the same one? It's like, punks jump up to get beat down. I was like, yeah, they sure do. That's real interesting. Thought it was just me. Judgment Day for your enemies, pile number one. I cannot forget, this is the card that came out of that deck for you. Literally landed on, like, oh, in case there was... you know, extra need of clarity. This is pile number one. I was like, okay, I understand the assignment. So anyone trying to worry about enemies, I almost said frenemies, right? Enemies, frenemies, it's not a thing for you. Okay, so don't do it. Okay, because you don't want to be manifesting against divine wishes trying to worry. Ooh, don't be that one. Okay, pile number one, or anyone. Makes sense. But you know what? I do have to keep this for you. Hold on one second. I have to do pile number two. I'm speaking truth because my nose, I need to sit it down to the side somewhere. Help. All right. So pile number one. Yes, you are getting synchronicities. Yes, your intuition is able to be trusted at this time. God, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on, you guys. Wow, that was a 2-for-1. Okay, so speaking truth, this is something that you can damn sure trust, your intuition, all of it, okay? I don't know why you would be tussling with it now, but anyone, pile number one, connected to, if you try, you shouldn't. You're wasting your time, your effort, and, you know, give yourselves a break. You just are intuitive, honey. There's no need to apologize for that truth. Just saying, okay? Own it. Here's the sitch, though. Pile number one, you're feeling. Should I say fearing? Should I actually say feeling? Or should I say fearing? Like rock bottom is just your right and proper positioning in life. It's just your current circumstances. It's just your ending. Well, here's the sitch. Even on the card, it's telling of, yeah, an ending, mayhaps, right? But also simultaneously a new beginning. So now what? So you've got to choose which path are you on? Just the ending part, or is it, oh my God, 2442 just hit the timer, reducing down to 66. Look up those angel numbers, would ya? They really help round out the message. I'm so serious. I'm not going to force feed you that one. I was just talking about this. Okay. You look up some of them. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, here's the sitch. This is the tale as old as time, quite frankly, especially for those spiritualists. And you guys, pound number one, could not get around the aspect of the fact that you are a spiritual being, okay? Living a spiritual life. Oh, makes sense because you found the channel. Hello, hey, hi. You are a form of divinity having a human-like experience. So it makes sense we're talking about this, all right? And you got calling cards from heaven coming out with linking with spirit. As part and parcel of your mastery of your mediumship. Pile number one, you are asked to be creatively expressing your authentic as at this time. And you have been getting nudges from divine synchronicities, divine visions, dreams, presences, right? Love and light, M. Grace. Thank you, babe. And this is a message from the divine source, the all in all. So whether or not you subscribe to knowing, loving, and working with a god, a goddess, or all of them, right? This is at least all of them and more. I need you to know, divine source is the all in all, right? The primary, right? The ultimate high power. Okay, the ultimate creator. And pile number one, you know this, okay, because your love is energy, your gift is energy, your vibe is love. Okay, that's why pile number one, you'll notice that you've got people of all kinds of walks of life, races, creeds, and all of that fuck with you, right? And same deal with the haters and all of those. Yeah, it's bittersweet. I know, pile number one. Yeah, I get it. But live your bliss because you can. You're being asked to because you can. You're being asked to because you are also master at this. Okay, you could subscribe. You could, some of you even know exactly some former versions of yourself. I have to say it that way just to make sense of it, but really it's happening all at once, right? Where you are connected to and or are a form of an ascended master or two or three, or I mean, we're all connected. So it makes sense how this, and you're talking about the divine source, the all in all, makes sense. We're all connected. Okay. This is why, for those wondering, pile number one, and maybe there are some of you still where you'll hear other spiritualists who have a certain attainment of a level of certainty in their aspects of enlightenment about this, and they will in fact tell you if they have this truth and awareness that you are your ancestors and they are you. It's how we say we're connected. Okay, we are all in our own right a form or fractal back unto source energy. This is why pile number one, as well as the collective, you understand that you're receiving messages, whether through personal tarot readings or general collective readings or not, okay, whether through forms of prayer and meditative practices, okay, or not, that divine source energy is aware of you and is of you, okay? And you are to live out this truth, okay? Know it, live like it, okay? Why? Because like attracts like. With this, I did get the download that those wondering, will there be more of you in your communities, in your environments? Will there be more accessibility to other star seeds, other aspects of cosmic family? Yes, okay? This is exactly what is happening because you are attracting it in, okay? And your peers, I'll say it that way, whether it's soulmates, counterparts, and all of that, right, are also in this current dispensation doing the same. I'm looking at another 7 on my screen. So there is some high key significance to the number 7 as well. You could be seeing 777. Doesn't have to be the case. Now, I did pull pile number 1, a message from the universe for you, as well as from your higher selves, okay? And we do have some guidance referable to that. But I am mindful to get into the other card that came out for you, pile number 1, which is maybe some significance to Earth chart placements. Doesn't have to be the case, but definitely Earth energy, and specifically this Earth star chakra. All right, I wanted to, I have this pulled up here. Interestingly enough, pile number 1, the Earth star chakra depicted here comes with the number 8, which speaks to being in the direct will and alignment of the divine source. Okay, and we did see source having full high key awareness of your ass, pound number 1, right? So gosh, go ahead and sigh a sigh of relief in solace of the fact that you are protected, you are heard, you are seen, and you are loved, pound number 1. And really truthfully, anyone under the sound of my voice. So serious on that one, you guys. Okay, but to continue on with pound number 1's message, Earth Star Chakra. There could be some significance to the colors green, gold, and or white. They're telling me to talk about this. You guys, I don't know if you noticed that we did have some extra scenery here, a little upgrade for the channel environment. Some synchronicity to that, and apparently specifically to the white poinsettia. That speaks of new beginnings as well as purity and innocence here. This is part and parcel of that fifth dimension energy, and we're talking about just that again, referable to the Earth Star Chakra. It is a fifth dimensional chakra. It is the sixth of the fifth dimensional chakras, all right, in line. And this speaks to evolution, karmic release, soul purpose, and primal earth. This is new earth. You are assisting with the building of the new earth energy. And this is why, again, cannot say it enough. It's really important that you understand who you are versus who you are not. Okay. Could be something synchronicity to the number 55 as well. I'm seeing on my screen. It is now time for you to awaken, pound number 1, and rekindle your connection to the primal forces that are intrinsic to Mother Earth. Disconnection from these forces has brought you into disharmony with the energetic flow of life on this planet, hence the rock bottom. See what I'm saying? Type of energy. This disconnection that humans have causes all of humanity to become separated from the natural world. This fuels the disharmony on Earth and creates the turmoil you now see. Down to the smallest aspect of your life, you need to take stock, pound number 1, of how your actions affect nature and make the necessary changes. When you reconnect to this primal force field, your soul purpose will become clearer. Multiple past lives will also become accessible to you in order for you to release karma and align with the evolution of your soul. One moment. Alrighty, so I had to use a Kleenex, and I was like, y'all don't need to see all of it. Y'all see enough on here with me taking my sips and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to traumatize the collective. So my bad, y'all. But one thing I can't stand is to hear somebody be like over and over. Like, I will immediately, even if it's an adult, I'm like, do you need a tissue? I got a tissue right here. You good? You want to use this tissue? So forgive me, because even on a personal note, I can't with that. So I had to handle it. My bad. Oh my goodness. And I think maybe I'll just ring the bell just to make up for that one, because I didn't mean to break apart the flow of the message, but at the same time, I gotta take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of this. So let me just make sure we don't have questions before I go. Before I continue. My bad, pound number 1. I tried, but I was like, I feel like the wheels falling off, so we should not. All right, let me stop. Okay, Knight Rider. Ooh, I wish we had a little bit more sun. I sure do. I sure do. Ooh, we got a yes. We got a very wish fulfilled, happiness kind of yes, and a yes at the bottom. All right, so that's for Knight Rider. It might be the end of March though, because dead ass this night, the Knight of Pentacles, slow AF Knight Rider. Just saying, you might be way faster than that mofo. Just saying. Just saying, because whoo-wee. Okay, let me see about the Capricorn here. You're very welcome, Knight Rider. Let me see here, M. Grace. But okay. Every time you put OP, I'm like, oh, the op, like, well, I'm like, that's another P, my bad. Hold on. Because shoot, Capricorn a little bit triggering for me on a personal note anyways. I'm like, you put OP and Capricorn, I'm like on high alert. Like, what they do? Whoo, I had to put my spikes back in. Like, okay, hold on, wait, it's not that type of thing. My bad, M. Grace. Hold on, let's see. Whew. Had to clear that air real quick. All right, let me see. Okay, so we have one card. Oh, no, I lied. Why am I lying? We got 2 yes cards coming out with a yes at the bottom. But the thing is, let me see about this. What are you asking me about? Like, let me just get clearer here. So with this, like the message, just because I'm not trying to half-ass even the freebies, you guys. So thank you for tips and donations. All right. It's a yes, clearly. But with the celebratory energy coming from the three of Cups about the Page of Pentacles, I personally am like, okay, is that person's ego like making this a more drawn out process before he gives something, or they give something that just ain't even that much to you? And with the Temperance Angel being at the bottom of the deck, also indicating yes, right? I just feel like the yes is a little lower vibes than I would like it to be, and hence the angelic assistance, right? So I would really be grateful to know, M. Grace, that you understand how to add the tax to your worth as well, so that should this person give you anything beneath a page, because I mean, you're already coming out as queen, right? Like, I mean, yeah, I don't want this person to actually like burden you because they're disappointing you, but at the same time I also want you to be honest about what you feel you can get out of this connection, and not in the sense of like business transaction or trying to be shisty, of course not, right? You're not even that type of person, let alone on that type of time. But I just want you to be mindful like what you expect in a relationship, and if it doesn't match what this person's giving, you need to be honest with yourself about that immediately, and not just like way after the fact, because the disappointment is going to feel like hell on the other side of that. Yeah, nobody wants the high priestess. This is above a queen coming out in this disappointed energy over somebody that thinks it's cute and allows their ego to be stroked because you've got romantic feelings. Do you know what I'm saying? Spirit's saying, yeah, backing up, like, yep, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's why I don't really necessarily love the free quick yes no, because is the yes high vibes just because it's a yes? Not me judging, just saying, be clear about I'm glad you understand. Yeah. Love and light playtime with A and J. Yeah, because you know what I mean, you guys, it's like a yes and then what? Or a no and then what? Right. And sometimes even with a no, right? Sometimes the no is so damn high vibes and it's not what you want to hear. I just like to not let people like just open and bleeding out onto the ground, in spite of the truth being the truth. So you guys, if you really have been feeling like maybe booking a personal, I've been reading your cards for free for a while now, and it's been resonating and or it's been checking out, to be truthful, come get a reading. Okay. Book a full session or not. There's other menu options, just saying. Okay. Because I'm not here to just be like, yes, no. Get away from me kind of thing. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? And I am, you have to be really emotionally intelligent, and really, ready to get through some of the aspects of truth too, in spite of just receiving the truth, right? That's like, could you imagine if somebody comes on and they're like, is so and so mad at me? And it's like, yep. Right. Okay. What if so-and-so's not even valid for being mad at you? You know what I mean? Like, there's other aspects, and not that we should be coming on giving a fuck, like, if somebody's mad, but I'm just saying, like, it was just a basic example that I felt like the majority of people could resonate with, just to make sense of how it's not necessarily super safe to just be like, taking the yes or the no off the cuff and running with it. So please, you guys, be using your intuition on the other side of the free tarot readings. Okay, you guys. All right, much love and light. So if we don't have any other questions, we're going to get back to pile one. My goodness, since I broke the flow there, my bad, you guys. So we have to finish with this aspect of the card. All right. Oh, we have a question. Okay, let me see. Love and light, Raymond. So that's okay, Raymond. Please, 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 babe. I love that you come on here and I don't mind reading your cards. So don't come for me. I need you to stop asking me what questions when you know that the rules say yes or no. I also need you guys to triple check, make sure you're subscribed. Because if you're giving questions that have nothing to do with the rules, I wonder, are you following the, because you guys have to subscribe here and like the video if you're asking me for a free yes no tarot. If not, cool, just watch and, you know, take the energy and take the karma as it comes. But if you guys are following the rules, we're gonna know. And if you're not, we're gonna know. So I'm just gonna continue on with pile number one, you guys, and hopefully, you know, you're okay with following the rules, and I will definitely read your free tarot reading when the bell again rings. All right. Okay, so let's get back to this since I had that whole snafu with the tissue and stuff. Okay. All right. So, so getting back to this disconnection that humans have, okay, it causes all of humanity to become separated from the natural world. And this fuels disharmony on Earth and creates turmoil that you now see. Down to the smallest aspect of your life, you need pile number one to take stock of how your actions affect nature and make the necessary changes. When you reconnect to this primal force field, your soul purpose will become clearer. Multiple past lives also become accessible to you, pile number one, in order for you to release karma and align with the evolution of your soul. These primal forces are the anchor and source of strength and spiritual power, which will support you on your path. And see, this is exactly where you are, pile number one. You guys are fearing like you're on, you know, like literally your last leg at rock bottom. I mean, they made cards about it. Okay, we talked about it. You guys, and I get it, validly so. You're facing a mountains, plural, some of you. All right. You're being asked to utilize your strength here. You're being asked to listen to the synchronicities, look them up, pay attention to the dream state. Okay. Because you're feeling like, and or fearing like you are coming apart and that's all she wrote. But the whole entire time you're coming to life. Okay. This is you unplugging from the matrix officially, formally, okay, into the new earth. This is part and parcel of that inner compass that assists you now. You have the capability to heal all aspects of what ails you in this time, in this path, because spiritually you're coming out as a bone collector, eye for eye type ish, ascended master type vibes. Okay. And really you have been in your natural state. I don't want to say it that way. I want to say more like 3D past state, the past natural, the past normal, in a deep freeze, in a cycle of a deep freeze, of stagnation, of feeling like you are at rock bottom. The whole time you're moving out of the miry clay, you are to ask yourselves, this is like a higher self message at this point, to keep yourselves encouraged. Do what works for you. If it is having a glass of wine once a month, okay, do what works for you. If it is actually getting out onto the football field again, do what works for you. Okay. Flying is exactly to be your new normal state. Okay. You know how like some people go, oh, I'm just high on life. That's exactly part and parcel of your birthright package, in spite of the fuck shit. Now ask me, okay, if after looking at these cards, you don't see how exactly how the divine sees what all you've been up against, what all you are facing currently. Okay. Moonlight energy alone talks about things that are very dark, things that are, you know, usually kept hidden, you know, not coming to the surface, whether this is feelings or whether this is goings on within an environment or within a mental state even, or within a body, right? Or within an organization. That body made me feel like an organization of people, a grouping of people. And we're talking, again, groupings, Dragon's Lair, Ghostlands, okay? There could be many people, many ops, since we were just talking about that, Capricorn or not, right? There could be many ops that have come against you, even in the spiritual realm, okay? And again, I'm talking to an ascended master here. Makes sense, pile number one, right? And on the whole time, there's this sacred pool, all right, filled with all of your dreams, goals, aspirations, wishes. This is why Rumi talks about what you want you, pile number one, because it exists. It's already, being divinely guarded after having been divinely created for you, stamped with your name on it. Now what? Well, you've just got to protect that treasure by continuing to plant seeds of faith and manifestation so that you align to it all, okay? In spite of the fuck shit. And of course, you're going through storms. Of course, storms are looming because they're asking you to fear yourselves out of all of your dreams, goals, wishes, aspects of success and fulfillment. And here's another 7 for you. What's this card say? Into the unknown you are? Yeah, it's your reward. The unknown is your reward, not a call to fear. Because in the unknown, you're wide open. You are free. What's that song? Into the great wide open. Who is that? Tom Petty? Magic stream. All right. Does this seem like you should be shying away from it, shirking from it, avoiding it at all costs, laying your life down to not receive it? I do. Huh? 18, is it? Is that the number 18? Some of y'all are going to get new aspects of commitment to self, all right? Commitment in love, lovingly committing to thyself first, right? It's kind of the precursor, you guys can't get around it. Even if you're already attached and you know you're supposed to be with that one, you still need to be making sure, because it's only fair to the other person as well, and you already profess to love them, right? That you love yourselves rightfully and properly. So that way you know, hey, I'm properly loving you, and here's how I know, because I properly love me, right? Because otherwise, you don't really have a leg to stand on if and when somebody tries to call you out for not properly loving them, even if that's just their ego and their fear and their problem, because really, when you retract it all the way back, it's kind of giving still truth, okay? If you find that you weren't properly loving yourself. And that's why there's a lot of stress inside of very loving connections with people intentioning to love each other. The issue is they're intending to love the other first. And so that will always be a situation outside of balance. Education is here on the other side of you, fighting the good fight of faith, facing the storms, right? You do get that enlightenment. Perhaps it is specifically connected to an education of sorts. So if that's you saying, I really feel like if I had this education, if I go to school for that, go ahead. All right. Because that's why you feel like that. And again, it goes back to Rumi. What you want you. You are not stuck in the mud. You have broken free. You have broken the surface. Okay. And this is part and parcel of that metamorphosis we're always talking about, that you came here to become and endure and enjoy. I said what I said. Okay. Pile number one. You've got this. All right. So you have seen my descent. Now watch my rising. Breakthrough, success, overcoming all obstacles is the energy for you, pile number one. All right. 1 second. I'm being asked to get into the angel numbers. Okay, so, and again, thank you to those that have donated for this deck. All right, I'm happy to use it. So grateful to you guys. I'm grateful for the deck. And we manifested this together, quite frankly. All right, I love to talk about it because it's a thing we can do. And we have been doing, whether intentionally or not, right? But once you kick the intention into high gear, right? Gosh, what other things could we be talking about and celebrating? Okay, just saying, keep going, you guys. Even if it's not a manifestation where I get another deck, right? Just saying, keep going. I'm not here selfishly trying to be like, manifest more things that I benefit from. But here's the sit, you guys, we're all connected, and so I do anyhow. And I know I'm doing my part, so I don't apologize for the benefits, just like you guys shouldn't apologize for reaping any benefits from the work that I do, because we're all connected doing this together. That's why the channel exists. That's why we have so much fun when we get together and talk about these things. So thank you. And I love to talk about it as well because it's a tangible evidence that we all can easily, it's not a reach to understand what happened here. We freaking manifested this. So thank you for those that will and do give tips and donations as well as booking readings. All right. They've definitely helped the channel. They help the messages get out to more beautiful souls like yourselves who are also deserving of these messages. All right. And thank you, universe, for realigning the algorithm to get them to be where they're supposed to be. All right. The messages. But we're talking 4848 could be a number of some significance, you guys. Sometimes the number is of some significance, you guys, and other times it's really just the message, right? But I'm mindful to express to you that oftentimes you can receive a reading, because this happens to me a lot. You can receive a reading and it could be about a certain number, and you're like, I haven't seen that number, but the message like hits home, right? And then like hours later, you see the number, and then you go, oh, okay. So, you know, so it's really great to pay attention to the synchronicities, especially if you are one to struggle with feeling like you're alone in all of this, okay? And that's why I harp on them so much because, gosh, they help me. How the hell could they not help you, right? Blessings. I attract prosperity in all forms. The universe provides for all my needs, and I am grateful for the abundance that flows into my life. Prosperity is my natural state. So, in this unknown, pal number one, right, where it's all like, oh my god, like I don't know, like, you know, I'm not sure if I can handle the flow of the magic stream. Perhaps some of you are scared of, you know, what it looks like in the wide open when you're free and in charge. Are you fearing you? That's for the others to do, not so much you guys. Fix that, okay? Because you've got blessings coming your way. Rejuvenation, same deal. 4949 could be a number of some significance, you guys. I honor the cycles of renewal in my life. That's exactly what you're entering. You've closed out a cycle, cannot get around it, and you intention to do it. So why should you fear that? Why should you fear that message? 5115 is definitely a number of some significance here because it speaks to life altering change as well as new beginnings. Cannot get around it. So release what no longer serves you and embrace the new beginnings. Multiple, plural. Are you ready? Magic Stream gives 18. Hello? We already talked about that, right? Multiple blessings. Each renewal brings greater growth and fulfillment. Some of you, you definitely do need to get whatever that education is because my guides are taking me back to that on the other side of that last message from the angel number card. Just saying. 5757 is another number here, indicating spiritual growth, pal number one. I am committed to my spiritual growth. I seek higher wisdom and understanding, expanding my consciousness. My spiritual journey leads me to enlightenment and inner peace. I almost also incorporated laughter. Instead of higher wisdom, I saw the word higher as laughter. So that does go back to some, you can't be so damn serious all the time. Maybe some of you who desire to learn some other aspects or deeper aspects of spirituality, for instance, or manifestation. Maybe you need it to be presented in a lot more of a fun style. You guys, if that's you, check out some of those videos that they have regarding like Esther and Abraham Hicks comes to mind. They usually have them animated like as if they're cartoons for children, but they're talking about some very real aspects of manifestation, laws, spiritual principalities, etc. Right? And so it can be a lot more fun. Maybe you can keep up, okay, in the sense of the aesthetic drawing you back into the refocus. I'm not coming for you. I just understand aspects of ADD and ADHD on a personal note. Just saying, okay? Just trying to help, okay? But I am committed to my spiritual growth. I seek higher wisdom and understanding. Expanding my consciousness is here, okay? This is exactly part and parcel of your lifestyle. And 222, we know from Chandler Maston, you know, indicates as well as what we're going to talk about that all is well, okay? You guys live like it. Speak out like it in spite of the storms, in spite of the circumstances, because you know on the other side of it is this magic stream, not of oppression, of abundance and much more, right? Of satiety, emotional well-being, happiness, okay? And again, we saw that sun card come out just a few short moments ago, right? I embrace balance in all aspects of my life. I harmonize my mind, body, and spirit, finding peace and serenity within. Every step I take brings me closer to a balanced and fulfilling life. Keep going, babies. 999 completion. You have, this is your confirmation, collective. All right, those resonating with pile number 1, if you were looking for it, maybe you weren't. All right, congratulations if you weren't, and that's okay if you were, because here it is. All right, the divine is loving towards us. The divine gives us grace, right? So it's okay. I'm not coming for anyone if you were literally needing this. Sometimes we do need confirmation, all right? I'm not here to say otherwise. Completion. I honor the cycles of life and embrace completion. I realize what no longer serves me and welcome new beginnings. Each ending is a gateway to greater growth and opportunities. And you guys, I just am a firm believer that nothing just happens. So I will be mindful to share this as I'm talking about this 999 energy. The door to the building was opened and closed, okay? And someone exiting. Just saying, you guys are really going through this. You are about to see the abundant magical stream, okay? And I know 18 is on that card, and now we have more 8s to talk about. We've got 3 more to be exact. 888, speaking of abundance. It is what it is, folks. It's giving the magic stream. All right, you guys don't want to miss out on this. So what you want to do is continue on the path, and you want to stay committed to yourselves, your aspects of spirituality. All right, stay committed to your believability in self, in capability, as well as divinity. Makes sense? It's all connected. There's those 7s we kind of already talked about. 777 indicating spirituality. I am deeply connected to my spiritual path. I seek and embrace higher wisdom. See, there's this higher wisdom. You guys have come into your higher selves inside of meat suit accessibility. I have to say it that way because I don't want anyone thinking that all of your higher self stuffed into your meat suit, okay? Because that's not ever really a thing. We're so much bigger than that. This life is far more spiritual than that. And you are not ever going to fit divinity, God, goddess, or otherwise inside of a box. 1 second. As I'm blowing my nose for what seems like the millionth time, I'm looking down at the next card, and we technically have more 7s, just saying. Okay. 43 indicating self-expression. I express, I'm trying to not say accept. So there's some aspect of expression and some aspect of acceptance needing to be balanced out and or integrated into this message, okay? Regarding self-expression. You've got to be authentic, but you also have to be like comfortable. Could you imagine, right? Like I'm biracial, for those wondering, right? Like I'm not Spanish, I'm not Mexican. I look like all kinds, right? I think that's kind of neat. Also can be a little disgruntling because I get like sometimes like yelled at in other languages that I don't know because they're insisting that I am like of their kind or whatever. But anyways, I digress. So could you imagine if I'm like, okay, I know and I understand that I am mulatto, biracial, right? And so like that's my truth and like I get it. But like I'm ashamed of that, right? I'm not ashamed. I'm saying like this is an example. Could you imagine, right? So I'd be coming on here like, well, the thing is, guys, you guys, I might be like a little bit mulatto. Right? No one would ever be like seeing that expression as authentic as it is, right? And go, wow, she's confident being mulatto. Wow, she gets it. Like she's oh my gosh, like look how like her mulatto shines, right? Like nobody's gonna be, because they would be like, damn, like you hate you, like is that so you don't rock with you, is that it? Like, oh, you racist, right? Like it could just downward spiral, right? So I'm saying, you guys, it's so important to know who you are versus who you are not, so that as you express yourselves authentically, it doesn't come across like you hate yourself, right? Because the world is actively looking for people to hate themselves so that they're even more controllable, right? Or downtrodden, you know what I'm saying? Or unalivable, depending on what agenda we're talking about, just saying, right? And so you've got to really be in this level, measure, and form of authenticity that also serves you, right? Like, what if I just stopped and was like, yeah, no, that's my truth. Like, I hate myself because I'm mulatto. I'm actually actually a lot in the lotto. I'm not even just a little bit. I'm all the way in the lotto. I checked. And just left it at that. Like, is that me living my best life? Is that me even in a high vibrational state? Is that me even being able to assist anyone else with any of their shit? No, 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 right? We don't live like that. We're too divine. So make it make sense, right? Check yourselves. How are y'all living? Are y'all living like a divine royal being, an energy, an entity that's not just stuffed all the way inside of your meat suit, regardless of how great that meat suit is, right? It ain't it. That's not just the end of the beginning or the beginning of the end. Makes sense? And that's kind of going back into that bagel energy. You guys watch that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm so serious. Divine guidance, 4444. Of course you are divinely guided. You're here, right? You also have your intuition that probably assisted you with coming here or staying here, right? To be part of our collective, our family, our soul tribe, our high vibe soul tribe, to be corrected. Okay, high vibe soul tribe. Makes sense? So of course you are divinely guided. That's why they made cards about it. That's why many of you have known this number for many moon cycles. You've seen it on license plates. You've seen it in phone numbers. You've seen it on billboards, right? Right. Exploration is coming out with this 4545 energy, but also reducing some more nines. Just saying, you guys, new beginnings upon you. Pile number 1, be open to life's adventures. Explore new possibilities with curiosity and excitement, not just fear, overwhelm, begrudging, right? Like, no. Every experience enriches your lives and brings you closer to your true potential. That's exactly what you're getting ready to live out, your true potential, your true life purpose, pile number 1. I'm so serious, okay? And just to wrap it up, we have a message from the universe and then your higher self. Love yourself. Okay, so this is from the universe, okay, for pile number 1. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no, instead of saying yes to please other people, is a real act of self-love. And you guys know, especially pile number 1, I know you guys know this. Self-love is a lifestyle, right? Right, okay? The second card for you. The journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately. Storm, right? Makes sense. Okay. But everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over, pile number 1. Hold on. The card even says, hold on. Hold on. Right? If you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, pile number 1, if you feel stuck, like rock bottom, right? If you feel like things are not going according to plan, know something bigger and better is coming. And when? Soon. Hold on, right? It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you were already asking for. Again, it's giving magic stream, just saying. Just saying. All right. So that's your message from the universe, pile number 1. We have one card from your higher selves here. And it states, self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. Again, there's some aspect of like really giving yourselves a break. Give yourselves the treats, the rewards in life, right? You're in charge of doing that as well. Not in the sense of like, gosh, you're asked out, because if you don't create a reward for you, none will come, right? I'm not saying that, but remember how you're in charge. So in spite of what's coming, you still feel like you need a recharge. You still feel like you need a reason, right? Do what works for you. Get your nails done, right? Do your nails if you can't go to the salon, right? If you don't have nail polish and you want to do your nails, get some glue out and put on, you know what, like make of it what you will, collective. Where there's a will, there's a way, even if nails have nothing to do with it, just saying, okay? Because you're here to live your bliss. Cannot say it enough. So we went through that, but I do need to close out pile number 1 with, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Again, you are bigger than what your appearance or your status or your bank account can express. Again, it's important to know exactly what all I mean by that statement, by knowing aspects of yourselves that go far beyond the aesthetic. Okay, got to go within. Stand out perspective, bringing things together is part and parcel of why you exist, is part and parcel of your purpose, okay? Open your hands if you want to be held and reach out. Welcome. Let love in, love yourselves and receive, okay? So, sometimes you guys, when you action out those things, right? Like I hug myself a lot. Like I'll caress myself because I don't have anyone like just able to do that, right? Like literally they're not able. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, Nate, and my guides, the divine, are like, you're funny. And sometimes I tell them they're funny right back because that's a lot. High priestess is no, you can't just be smashing ass with anyone. And if you've got a counterpart, there's other aspects to the path that can just be so bittersweet. But I digress. And you have you though, right? And your love is the best kind of love anyways. And you're the greatest candidate to love you. And unless until you really understand that, you're not necessarily going to be able to, just functionality, right, comes to mind as well as logic. You're not necessarily able to align with the one who can or should. So learn the lesson, right? And again, I also am a mind of I also am of the mindset, excuse me, that the longer you wait, right, the longer standing and the more beautiful that connection just has to be, right? Because you put in all the work, you got all the bad stuff out of the way, maybe even before you even met each other, right? Wouldn't that be great? You just enter into like that actual love of your lifetime, and you don't even ever have to leave it, right? Energy never dies, so even through death, you never really have to leave it. And again, that kind of goes back to counterpart energy. And I just wanted to tap out of that because I don't want to get sad. But um to praise, this one was interesting. Number one, to praise the sun is to praise your own eyes, seeing clearly, gratitude, happy with your life. This is exactly why you've been asked to do the shadow work, so that you can actually have clear vision in spite of the storms. All right, in spite of the function, in spite of the emotions sometimes emotions will ask you, hey, psst, can you lower your vibe? And it's like, we're not. Like, who cares if I can? Right? We're not going to lower the vibe because that's playing dummy games. And I don't really want any more dummy prizes. Makes sense? Right? So be mindful who you are, what you've got operating, right, within. Okay? Such to the point where you're beautifying the without. Or excuse me, I want to say without. The outside of you, not the without. We're not doing lack. The within, all right? When you beautify that, outside your world, outside of you, outside of your mental state, outside of your physicality, becomes much more beautiful, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Let yourself be drawn by the pull of what you truly love. This is part and parcel of your divine purpose, your mission in life, and you're being guided unto it. Again, can't get around roomy. What you want, pound number one, wants you. And lastly, pound number one, which we already talked about, but I'm being guided to read it again. You have seen my descent. Now watch my rising. This is your breakthrough. This is your breakthrough right now. It's happening right now, pound number one. And you better go on ahead and celebrate. Act like you know, okay? You guys are coming out as wizards of awareness, but you're being mindful in this new earth energy, in this new beginning energy, which you can't get around. There's another 11 indicating same for you, collective. Pound number one specifically. To be balanced in it all. If you're going to be, having fun time, all right, balance that ish. If you're going to be having times where you are, brooding, fighting inner demons, right, facing dark aspects of self, fine, but balance it out. Don't get trapped there. Don't get stuck there just because you are addicted there. Okay, there's some aspect to some people connecting to this group that might be addicted to trying to find an outcome, a resolution to some aspect of self. And really, if you're being honest with yourselves, you like it there. That's why you ruminate there. That's why you didn't break the cycle yet, even though you know you can, even though you know you should. And unless and until you're honest with that dark aspect of self, quite frankly, we all have dark and light, so I'm not coming for you. I mean, shit, I found shit in me too that I had to fix, right? And so we all do the work together because it's what's going to assist us, especially those that are already understanding you have the desire to break some aspect of, some call it generational curse. Really, it's just the dark aspects that you've been asked to become and or are part and parcel of. Okay. And you're in charge, though, once you realize that, to really make shit shake for you and not against you, to allow yourselves to not be stuck in that miry clay, to allow yourselves to break through that surface and into breakthrough energy. And really, you are more than capable of it. You've got this as long as you believe. You've got magic even on your side. Okay, that's how I'm hearing to say you've stayed alive. And I'm not talking bippity boppity. What I'm talking about is the supernatural aspect of divinity, your spiritual giftings, those aspects of your spiritual guidance team that fight for you, even when you don't have awareness to ask them to heed the call of assistance. And even when you do, okay, that's a thing for you, pound number one, whether guy, girl, what have you. And there could be some significance to roses. Maybe you guys feel like you weren't celebrated enough in this lifetime, because you probably weren't. But also, let's be honest, because pound number one, anyone under the sound of my voice making sense of this, if you think back, there were aspects of yourself that told yourself, that's exactly my truth. I'm not celebrated. I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving. I haven't learned enough yet to be able to. I'm not ready to be. And so when you tell yourselves, and of course you're connected right back to source, you're connected to Mother Gaia, came out in your message here, pound number one, right? So there's that. And you're connected to divinity. As I say that, I see the Empress, right? This is you, whether guy, girl, what have you. You're too powerful not to understand who you are at this point. The divine universe, like universally inclusive of Gaia, inclusive of your higher selves, inclusive of divine source, which also came out for you, pound number one, are waiting in the wings to celebrate what you'll do now that you understand your power. And 11101 just hit that timer. I'm so serious, you guys. Get ready to act like you know your worth and add the tax, okay? Because you've got a lot of fruitful harvest coming in, and you've got to really understand 1,000% at least how worthy you are of it all, because it's going to be more magnanimous, more magnificent than what you've intended to manifest. Because again, divinity backing you and loving the fuck out of you, okay? And you are worthy, you are deserving, you've done the work. Makes sense? All right, so that's what I have for pound number one. We're not going to do the names, you guys. You know if that resonates. And if not, stick around for pound number two. Went just as deep, but a lot of different aspects to the message than what came out for pound one. Just saying. So those that know what to do, the bell has rung, and you may enter for your free tarot reading. Bear with me, collective. I'm just going to use the tissue one more time. And I'm back. Just like magic. No, just let me stop. I gotta put my cape on and like do my invisibility cloak. No, I'm just So the last emperor, please check the description box and scroll all the way down. You're going to see asterisks, honey bun, as well as all caps. It says like live stream rules. And that's what I'm referencing. If you're talking about options for a personal reading, they're also listed before the area that I just described. So I know it's a lot of scrolling, but I have a lot to share with my collective. So hopefully that's not a problem. I think some of the aspects are interesting. All right, you guys check out the song, whether you're on Apple Music, which I feel like Apple's not getting play, or Spotify or some of the other major streaming platforms. There's some other aspects, you guys. There's a Facebook group that I'd love for you to join and participate in, right? Yeah, I don't know. Sharing's caring, and I really love and light my collective. I mean that when I say it. So whether we met 14 seconds ago or tomorrow, it's just the case. All right. I love you guys. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you're getting something out of the messages. And I'd love to see you guys follow the live stream rules so I know who's next in line as well. Okay. So let's see here. Now we got Raymond hopefully asking another question. I don't want anybody to be sorry. Raymond, that wasn't, you know, I don't want you guys in like low vibes for real. Okay. I just need you guys to follow the live stream rules. And I have to express that sometimes because we have new people joining. All right. Okay, let me see here. Love and Light K, thank you for noticing the new background decor. I was trying to zhuzh up the place, right? And you guys, for those that don't know, the white poinsettia does speak to new beginnings, innocence, and purity. So I thought, you know what? For new earth energy, how fitting. Makes sense. But thanks for noticing. All right. No worries, The Last Emperor. I know it's a lot of scrolling, babe. I'm like, you know what? Don't come for me because I'll be trying to share everything I know to share just so that y'all feel connected as well, right? So thanks for checking out the description box, you guys. And let's see here. Who is next in line? I see Mariana. Ooh. Money, 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 money. You calling it in, Mariana? How much you calling in so you know how much is coming? That's how it works, right? Let's see here, though. Oh, we got a yes, right? And Marianne, I don't know if you had somebody take something from you, or disappointed you, or you thought you were going to have some sort of connection that would assist you financially that didn't work out. I don't know what the other, because it's like it's a yes, right, with the Two of Pentacles, but it's overpowering, which is the good part, right? The heartbreak, disappointment, grief, sorrow about an emperor, okay, could be a masculine of sorts. We got a yes at the bottom of the deck again, Mariana. And this talks about decisions. Two of Pentacles also speaks to balance. So I feel like when the money comes in, be mindful to be balanced about it so that you're not creating another tower moment. And it's like, oh, now what? Like this just came in, this just fixed this issue, but now what? But yeah, you know what's so funny, Mariana? I now see this card. I thought that the Two of Wands that had came out for you, honey bun, was the three. There is some significance to the Three of Wands. It talks about preparation, planning, expansion, moving forward. Okay, so definitely be responsible with the money that's coming. The money's definitely coming, right? Be responsible is what I'm getting, because I saw that in my third eye, plain as day, the Three of Wands. And I said, no, this is only the two. I cut the deck, Mariana, and it went right to it. Okay, so that's how that works sometimes. All right, let's see here. Who's next? Let me see. Love and Light Freaky J. I appreciate you too, babe. Okay, let me see here about this BD, right? You know I hate tapping into his energy. I'll do it for you, though, Freaky. This bleepity mofo. All right, let me not judge. But the thing is, you know how energy don't lie. So it's a yes. Might be in that 11th hour. You know what I'm saying? Might be in that courtroom. I don't know. I said this. I know that's. And a yes at the bottom of the deck indicating you secure, you stable, right? Right. Irregardless of this mofo being put in the press on, you stable. That's the message. All right. But it's a yes, babe. Okay. Despite it a mofo. All right. Let me see here. Raymond, did you repost, baby? I don't see you. Raymond! Raymond! All right. I don't know. Wait. Oh, I don't know if you reposted, babe. It might. Sometimes YouTube like just deletes some stuff. All right. Yeah, because we did Knight Rider, we did M Grace, right? And then Raymond, man, you gotta come back around, babe. I don't see. You're very welcome, Freaky J. I don't see. Okay. let's get to pile number 2 then, right, guys? So can someone please put 1:19 for pile 2? Like as if it's the time 1:19. Do you know what I mean? Because it would be like 1 hour, 19 minutes for pile number 2. But let me just get a drink, you guys, because shoot, I've been flapping. I really appreciate you guys sticking it out with me, those that are, because hopefully you're getting something out of this. I'm really proud of you guys. Like, can we just talk about like pile number 1's message? I mean, that's like masterclass-ish, right? Like, did y'all just graduate? It seems like it because it kept coming out about the cycle being like you've completed, like you've done the work, like you're done. But like in a great way, not like you're done, like you're cut off kind of thing. It's more like the opposite of that. It's like you're done, you're presented, like you're amazing, like divine backs you, like you are unfuckwittable. Like, can we just talk about that? Pile number 1? Hello? Right? Like, I still can't find my pom-poms or I'd be waving them around. Like, I'm really proud of you guys. I hope you guys are proud of you too, though. Like, I feel like I really had to put a lot of energy to like push through the channeling, right? Because sometimes you guys channeling, like, it's also fluid, so you don't, like, sometimes it'll be a lot coming through and it's like, oh my god, let me try to keep up, you know what I'm saying? So I do have to place my awareness certain places, but I feel like I just caught up to like what all came out and I'm like, oh my god, like, hello. This is great. That's really great, you guys. I hope you feel great about yourselves, because if you resonated with pile number 1, okay, I'm not mad at you. Shoot. Well, let's do pile number 2 and see what else we got to talk about here. And you guys, again, that was those that were picking or resonating with the or attracted to the smoky quartz. Okay. I hear dogs barking in the distance and I hear the rain picking up. Could be some significance. I'm just going to check the emoji, the High Priestess, chosen one for Oracle, to see who I'm talking to. Because again, we're not going to do the names and chart placements this time, you guys, because it just is what it is. You're going to know if this message is your message, right? I'm excited for you, though. All right, we have some cards. Ooh, there's the trauma one again. But look at this. Dreams are coming true. They are. They made cards about it. And you have a big mission on Earth. You want to know why I also know that? Because you found this channel. Hello, hey, hi, right? This channel is not for everyone. Okay, I'm just saying, this is like elite upper echelon type of vibes. Okay, you guys could be getting messages in your dreams about same. You damn sure need to sage your space. Okay, and you need to act like this. You were born to be a legend. You are. Too bad about it. You can't be anything less. All right, and you are in your own form or measure a light worker. That at least gives starseed energy. It's a wonder we didn't get that coming out of the deck. And there could be definitely some ancestral ties, past life aspects, okay? Those that don't know, to the ancient Egyptian civilization. In spite of the fuck shit, and I get it, we're going to talk. Remain calm. You are being asked to remain calm, pile number 2. Remain calm. Utilize the smoky quartz if you got it. If you don't have it, utilize whatever you know to be a protective stone, a protective measure, and sage, for sure, for sure, for sure. Pile number 2. Okay. Now, pile number 2, there could be some significance to Kurt Cobain or Nirvana, right? Give me Nirvana, I can dance to. There was a couple cards, yeah, Dance in the Storm. I was gonna say, there was a couple cards that came out for pile number 2 regarding dancing. Do you not understand that when you dance, especially of your own, like, I'm not talking about choreography, I'm not talking about Tybo with Billy, whatever his name is, right? I'm just saying, when you just kind of, you know what I mean? Do a twerk if you gotta, but do it from the heart, okay? Because that is really a cheat code to align with ancestral realm presence, okay? Sometimes you guys need to, and I know I'm speaking truth, I'm going to sneeze again. Yikes. All right. So thank you for tips and donations. I'm here speaking truth and I'm going through the process. I don't mind because I know I have rewards on the other side of it. But just saying, I just wanted to talk about it for 2 seconds because wow, this is I'm gonna raise my vibe. Here we go. All right. It is what you make of it, right? So, when you do that, when you're dancing, especially like to your own rhythm, to your own choreography, right? I'm not talking about like, okay, do step one, step, because that may be a form of meditation eventually, but not really because you're kind of distracted learning the fucking steps, okay? I'm talking about just shaking your ass, however that means, whether guy, girl, what have you, okay? Whether it looks great or not, okay? I'm so serious. Because maybe it doesn't, right? But it feels great. And that's when you know, like, yeah, that's in alignment, okay? I'm not talking necessarily on a pole, but do it on a pole if you gotta, but do it for you. This is not showtime at the Apollo. I'm so serious. Why am I mentioning the Apollo? Maybe there's some significance to space, cosmic family, astronauts, the Apollo mission, who knows? But you yourself could have your own Apollo mission because you are coming out as light worker energy, pile number 2. And it says dance like no one's watching, and if they are, give it up. What? And if they are, give it up. Give me Nirvana I can dance to. I just get from that you guys are being guided into not giving up for yourself so that you are definitely high key and inspiration for others. And this could be part and parcel of your light working mission. You guys, we talk about light workers and stuff. I need you to know not every light worker comes with a microphone, a podium, like, demographics, an audience, merchandise, right? Light workers are everywhere. Okay. So please don't dim your own light just because you think that it has to be attached to a certain type of title or job or service. It's not the case. All right. That's again the epitome of trying to box God, the all in all, into one form of fractal ticky tacky box. It's not a thing. You can't. Okay. So there's that. You guys need to chill the fuck out, right? Breath work is also part and parcel of that guidance, okay? As I say guidance, this does speak to guidance. 333, you could be seeing. All right, what's it say? I am guided by the wisdom of the universe. I trust the signs and synchronicities that lead me on my path. The divine guides are always with me, illuminating my journey with love and light. Chill the fuck out. Chill with your guides even. If you know that you have certain guides as part and parcel of your guidance team, call them by name, ask them to sit down, get them a fucking seat if you gotta. Make the Delulu work for you, right? Because people are going to call you woo woo. They're going to call you like schizo. They're going to call you demonic. Okay, and right? Because if that shit works for you, making someone have a seat at a table that no one else can see, right? And it works for you, keywords, right? In the sense that you're actually unsticking yourself, right? You're allowing yourself to progressively move forward, not just ruminate in some sort of fantasy land here, right? Because that's a little actual delulu, but I digress, right? Then do what works for you, okay? Because you trying to sit on the fence is not a thing anymore. You trying to figure out, like, is that a coincidence or a synchronicity? Shouldn't really be on the menu. You should understand there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's a synchronicity. Okay, just saying. All right. And we're all somewhere on the path. I'm not judging you. I am guiding you, right, to keep moving forward. And there's some aspect to the root chakra. So if you guys have been smashing ass, as it were, whether inside or outside of a loving or not so loving relationship, cleanse. Okay. I'm not talking simply soap and water. I'm talking vibrational frequency comes to mind. Okay. There could be some aspect to even sacred geometry, as well as meditation that you may be being guided into doing, referable to the root chakra, okay? And there could be more to it. All I'm saying is check in because it's at least coming out referable to the root. Your root, okay, has to do with your feeling safe, you're feeling backed by the divine, as well as, aspects to continuing to create abundance. So it's really freaking important. That's why we understand that sex does create a portal, right? Whether it is one or more of you creating it that are connecting back to divinity or not. So serious. All right. So cleanse. I'm not saying never smash ass. That's between you and what you got going on, right? But all I'm saying is the guidance here, okay, we could be seeing 333 in synchronicity of this, is to cleanse. You've got to cut the cords if you know that you are not coming back with the comeback, right? Cut the cord. Why would you rock with their karma on your ass when you've got no intention to walk into your future with them? Why are you energetically carrying them? Why are you energetically and or emotionally carrying shame of ever having been connected to them? Sometimes, it happens, you wake up and really have to have some harsh truths like, damn, I was sleeping with the devil. Right? Now what? 29 just hit that timer, you guys. I think we talked about that in pile number 2. I think. Maybe not. I really thought I said something about 29. That's crazy. But, and I know that was pile number 1, but I just thought, ooh, I wonder what the card says. Let me fuck around and find out it was in your pile. See, I've gone ahead and pulled all the cards, so maybe that's what happened. Just 1 second. Because that would be crazy, right? But yeah, the message stands either way. Here we go. 29. Pile number 2, it's yours, right? Makes sense. I saw the synchronicity during your... See how it works, you guys? Pay the fuck attention, all right? Pile number 2, the channeling is coming through this way because some of y'all have not been, all right? I mean, come on now. Help you. Help yourselves. Help me help you by helping yourselves, okay? That's how it's giving. Perseverance. There's another P word. So we've been talking about patience and perseverance quite frequently just since the channeling opened. Just saying, you might want to take notes, okay? You're being asked to. Why? So that you fail in the end anyways and everybody can laugh? Where was that on? Like, what kind of divinity do you think back to? How cruel. Didn't we just talk about how divinity offers and affords us grace? And they're loving. It's loving. I have to say it that way because it's not always a he, if ever, you guys. Energy having sexual gonads, it doesn't add up. Think about it, right? I am a symbol of perseverance and determination. No challenge is too great for me to overcome. Did you notice how some of y'all had to overcome challenges and that it was part and parcel of what made you, and like aspects of the storm were purposeful in making you overcome? Such to the point where you know you are an overcomer in spite of the challenges. Now we didn't see anything that said, you know what, you're asked out if you ever had a challenge since you set foot on this earth, this planet. If you're here, it's giving hell, right? It is what you make of it, though, and so that's why people hate you, because you are overcoming it all in spite. See, hello, hey, hi, let's talk, okay? I need y'all to pay attention and get this shit. I need somebody to pay attention and get this shit, okay? Perseverance, 29. Why am I seeing the synchronicity for you? I need you to pay attention. I'm here delivering the synchronicity. It's helping you, not hurting you, to pay attention, okay? Persist with unwavering focus, knowing that your efforts will lead to success. They make cards about it. They make synchronicities about cards about synchronicities about it. Okay, pile number 2, you really, come on, man. You come on. Look at the screen. Okay, thank you. Got me sweating over here. Pile number 2. Root chakra, please cleanse. Okay, it's blocking up some other ish. And we got to talk about spiritual power. Why are we talking about spiritual power? Because some of you are acting like you don't know this, that you're not this, that you don't got that. Y'all got the whole keys to the streets, right? And focused on building a back alley somewhere, and not even a mansion, not even with a pool or a fountain. Like, you're in the back alley laying bricks down, talking about thankful for this dumpster. What the? Pile number 2. You got to persevere and think way bigger, okay? I'm so serious. Because spiritual power is coming out here with the divine angelic code of 31, okay, reducing to 4, which talks about healing, which talks about on the other side of gaining some clarity, because swords, 4 of swords is what came to mind in my third eye. And swords talk about clarity. They talk about the mental space, okay? They talk about aspects of logic, and, aspects of balance. You are being guided into the spiritual power because you are of it. Okay, so let's see what the book says. Do I know I went to great lengths, y'all. Thank you for tips and donations. I even actually dog-eared the pages just to make sure I was on point with the message for y'all. Keywords: spiritual power for pile number 2, centeredness, wholeness, strength, passion, groundedness, and transmutation. That's exactly what you're undergoing right now, and I get it. That's exactly why we're going to talk about current energies, okay? But you are really approaching and or standing in the midst of a portal of spiritual power. I was just talking about portals. I embrace my spiritual power with passion for all life and for the greatest good. I am a powerful being of light. That's exactly why we say you've got to know exactly who you are versus who you aren't, or who you are no longer, depending on who I'm reading for. All right, so that you can live this out. And by this, I mean your truth, that you are spiritual power, that you are divinity, that there is no severability between you and divinity, the all in all. Okay, you have the capacity, pile number 2, to expand into the limitlessness of your soul through embracing your passion that feeds your soul. The flames of passion fuel the strength and commitment you make to your soul in acknowledging its gifts fully and bringing them forth into the world. Now, when you do that, of course, you're beautifying your own paths for yourselves, you and your loved ones, right? Of course, of course. But when you do that, it's really extending beyond what you know and love, all right, into the collective consciousness, all right, or the world, some may say. But at this point, we're talking new earth energy, which is conscious based, okay? So hopefully that's not too much, all right? I understand we're all somewhere on the path. But that is the message. By doing so, you are empowering others to do the same, right? You are an inspiration. You've got to act like it. Do you know what it means to be an inspiration? It means that you have done some level measure of some work that really would be part and parcel of overcoming some struggles, right? And so that means you are far more capable than many of you currently in your current state, energetically, or dare I say emotionally, are giving yourselves credit for. And that's what needs to be fixed. It's not you necessarily needing to try harder, pile number 2. It's for you to actually start honoring yourself so that you can continue to keep your own battery juiced here. Like, what if, you said to yourself every day that you didn't complete a task that just logically was going to take months. You said every single day, because I'm not done with this, I'm not worthy of expressing to myself that I've made progress. How much progress would you make after the first week? In spite of you knowing that whatever you're building or overcoming takes months, every day you dog yourself out, knowing that logically it doesn't make sense to expect yourselves at the end of one day or day number 2 or day number 12 even to be completed with the task, be completed with the project, and you dog yourself out day in day out, day in and day out, excuse me, that because I'm not done, I'm not able to, I don't deserve to, I'm not worthy to honor my progress in it all. Well, many of you, if you really kind of are honest with yourselves, you've been operating in that kind of energy. And I get it, because let's talk about this aspect. Many of you, 3737 could have some significance, all right? Definitely reducing to 1010. Just saying, look up those angel numbers, would ya? They really help round out the message. I'm so serious, you guys. But anyways, pile number 2. Many of you have suffered from aspects of environment and conditioning that went on the outside of you. You're not worthy to celebrate until you finish. Don't you dare even think that you have worth or should be honored or celebrated until you finish, right? And so aspects of that can also look like, unless and until, you've got a husband, something's wrong with you. Everybody will know, right? And then you start kind of buying into it, like, yeah, no, I'm not. So we're talking about that not to magnify it, right, but to correct it. Because you know what, as disgruntling as it can be to face that fact that maybe many of you really have to look back and see that everybody was kind of trying to keep you from actually shining your light, and so it did look like everybody telling you in their own special ways, right? You know, that whether on the work, whether on the, in the workforce, or in the workplace, or at home, or in loving connection. I gotta get those air quotes in there every time, because that's not love. It's not even loving, right? When whole communities or groupings of people, even, or family members, right? You know, gang stock, tag team, you know, people of the collective, to say otherwise. You are not worthy. You are not as great as you think that you are. You should really be understanding that you're acting out of a level of audacity to feel like you are getting somewhere, right? But now is the new earth energy. And again, it goes back to that conscious based. All right. So what does that mean? That means you're in charge to understand, hey, 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 hey. If I hear that I'm not lovable, if I hear that I'm not worthy, I know that's a falsity, because I've addressed my own inner shadows, my own aspects of light and darkness, my own aspects of male and female energies within myself, irregardless of whether or not you subscribe to be, you know, a male or a female, and whatever that may mean, right? Irregardless, we're talking energy. We all have dark and light. We all have masculine and feminine. We all have ego. Once you've addressed that to enough measure, right, you've built yourself up to understand your worth, and that no one and no thing can take that away from you. Okay. That's when you really understand you are in charge, to understand if somebody is outside of you singing that same old tune, you know, not to allow them access. You know, if you find that tune trying to hum in the background of your fucking self-conscious, yes, your self-conscious aspect of your subconscious, right? Just to be like extremely aptly stated. You understand to pluck that out. Like, nah, we're not even, that's not on the soundtrack. I don't even have that on my playlist. Just saying, right? You live a better life. You're less shakeable in your faith. So it really behooves you all to do this work, because on the other side of it, pile number 2, you've got adventure waiting for you. You've got stability waiting for you. They made cards about it. Are you ready, pile number 2, to have an adventure that leads to stability and not just more fuck shit and fear? I see in your current energy, you know, you're coming out as Queen of Swords, but at the same time, justice stands for you. Should you be in the Queen of Swords energy looking like this, though? Like, Queen of Swords can be pretty badass, right? Queen of Swords can talk about, like, even aspects of fame online, right? Having platforms, being that light worker, leader. Maybe that is you. Should you be looking like this in the face? Does that give confidence? That kind of gives that face that I was trying to illustrate whenever I was giving the example of somebody who perhaps maybe wasn't confidently identifying with the fact that they're mulatto, right? It's not the vibe. Okay, so we got to talk about pile number 2, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you. Okay, Queen of Swords came out. It's an energy, right? It's not an attack on your ego, so don't allow it to be. But justice stands for you. Okay, and you could have been hearing about this justice in many forms, also many divination messages, or even through divination tools. Pile number 2. We've got 8 of Cups, quest, okay? And interestingly enough, I couldn't make this happen. It came out and tried to overshadow the spiritual power that we already talked about for you, pile number 2. This is giving the energy of goblins, and I had already gone ahead and looked it up for you guys. This talks about, like, fears, aspects of self even that aren't serving any longer. All right, and you are being guided to pluck them out, to walk away from. Same with this 8 of Cups coming out in your current energies. This is what you're being guided unto now. I really need you to know, I'm looking at 143 on my screen right now. Pile number 2, if you feel otherwise, please don't. The universe literally loves you. Literally, like, is in love with you. Loves you that much. You are so precious. 143, you could be seeing a number of synchronicity as well. It literally means a universal I love you. Isn't that amazing? Yes, you are. I said what I said. We've got 2626 coming out, reducing to 88, talking about more abundance on the other side of doing some of this work. But this card wants to talk about serenity, creating harmony in all areas of your life, prioritizing your well-being and ensuring balance between work rest, and play. Really, that's kind of the overarching message, I feel like, for the entire collective. Um, and this is what will bring you more peace and more fulfillment. This will bring you more aspects of future furthered awareness in your ascension, in your enlightenment. This is energies as well as information divinely looking to be found and received by yourselves. What will you, pile number 2, right? You've got to gain this confidence about yourselves, about who you are, about who and what backs you as well, so that you can continue the path of evolution. All right. It's so interesting. I think we had 43 come out in pile number 1, and we've got 34 coming out, both reducing to 7 we talked about what that means in pile number 1. It's really overall a very blessed, dare I say, lucky type of number, and it speaks to closing out cycles and the rewards for doing just that. So keep going. All right. Attitude of gratitude is best. 36 reducing to 9, that new beginning energy, which will most assuredly be filled with joy. Don't you want more of that? 35 reducing to 8, that is abundance of joy, abundance of all you intend to intentionally manifest, looking to come your way on the other side of doing this work, as well as freedom. All right. So practice patience will allow for you to create more aspects of joy. All right. I know it's not what you necessarily want to hear, but it's the truth. Okay. Attitude of gratitude definitely does allow you to gain a more plentiful harvest. Okay. Especially for those that I'm talking to that you do have intention to manifest. You know that you've been seeing this number 111 as well, right? It's here for a reason. Just keep going. And there's that perseverance energy coming back around, that 29. We've already talked about pile number 2, which makes sense because you're in heavy aspects of transformation. You could be seeing 5, a very significant number of change, all right, as a synchronicity to that. And there's the Ascended Masters backing you, pile number 2. You are loved universally. Okay, that's the all in all and everything underneath it. Okay, everything inclusive of it. All right, but also the Ascended Masters definitely specifically wanted to come out in highlighted aspect of universal energies backing you and, dare I say, loving you, supporting you. All right, so they want this coming in for you too, harmony. And as you continue to practice patience with yourselves, with the journey, with the divine, dare I say, because some of you are still waiting for divine timing to really show that it's been working in your favor. I get that, but it comes back to that P word, patience, as well as the other P word, perseverance. All right, you got to keep going. 30 coming out, healing. This card says, I am a vessel of healing energy, which makes sense. You're a light worker. I nurture my mind, body, and spirit with love and care. Healing flows through me, bringing restoration and balance to every aspect of my life. Okay, don't you want that? You are here to do just that. And many of you are here doing just that. Makes sense. It's a general collective pile too, so I have to say it in a few different ways sometimes. Okay, 31 reducing to 4, courage. I embody courage in all that I do. I face my tears. Excuse me, I said tears. My fears. Okay, so many of you have been crying a lot. Okay, I know myself. I've been purging a lot. I don't shame myself anymore for crying. I grew up with a mother that was quick to say, stop that crying. You're just feeling sorry for yourself. And sadly, you know how, like, especially in the parental aspect of things, right? You should be able to look to what your parents did as like some form of guidance, right? And so sadly, I found myself as a mother telling my very young daughter, sharing's caring, don't come for me. And of course, I've rectified this by doing my own work, reparenting myself and loving myself, and definitely assisting my child with certain aspects of maybe even, dare I say, trauma, right, that was spilled over into her, because I too found myself as a mother saying, stop that crying, stop that crying kind of thing. And it's not healthy. Maybe the child, in fact, is neurospicy. You have to look into certain things. You can't just assume that a tiny child is feeling sorry for them. Like, and of course, as a child, you grow up thinking, well, mother knows best, right? Like, that must be the truth, especially when it's said to you over and over again, right? But I find myself in my current energies not really willing to attach shame to tears anymore, because I understand their value. They can be cleansing. Now, what I don't stand for is getting stuck in some form of cycle or loop where you just can't get out of it, right? It should be a cleanse, and you can move on about your day kind of thing. It shouldn't be like, because I cried, I can't ever stop crying, and because I cried, or because I cried, I can't do anything else about my day now, right? Those are indicators of some imbalance in spite of the tears that needs to have a further look taken into, okay? But courage is here. And sometimes it is courageous to actually tear up, right? To actually cry. It is courageous to sometimes admit and or ask for assistance, right? And so I just want you to know there is a level and measure of strength as well as courage. If you should find yourselves having to cry, right? It's part and parcel of the healing process. How the hell could you heal much? I mean, I won't say all things, right? But how in the hell could you heal much without ever shedding a tear? I mean, you need that release, you need that cleansing, and on the other side of it comes a lot of clarity, more times than not. So, for anyone shying away from, or feeling shameful because you have been actively cleansing, we'll say it that way, or tearing up, or downright ugly crying, it's not necessary. Just continue to do what works for you to assist in your healing process. And a lot of people have to cry it out. My goodness, you'd never be the only one there. So please don't attach shame. Whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, everybody deserves to cry, just like everybody deserves to laugh, right? Crying doesn't always have to be a bad thing or a punishment, right? Makes sense? So have the courage to do that and allow this transformation to really take hold over your path, over your personality even, and allow you to be authentically expressive. Okay, maybe you, like myself, were patterned to, or templated to, or expected to mask up. Okay, now on the other side of finding out, hey, I'm in charge now, I've done the work, like I understand what it is now, I'm no longer under rule and thumb now of so and so or such and such, or mindset, you really do have freedom to heal. And you should, because on the other side of healing is everything that you've been wanting, let's be honest, right? And everything you deserve and more. Okay, and we talked about that just a little bit with pile number one, still connected to the collective. And if they're part of the collective, they're part of you. Makes sense? We're all connected. Okay. Be of service is coming out here, light worker, blending with spirit. This is exactly what you are finding yourselves asked to do. And here's that breath work coming out as well. So that you can continue on the path to gain your own benefits, to then also assist other people with gaining theirs. All right. We are here to learn and grow our souls, right? To the point where we assist others, whether simply and solely by being that inspiration that we already are. Makes sense. Okay. Own it, act like it. And or through acts of service. So depending on who all I'm speaking to, depends on what all specificity is attached to the rest of that message, okay? There is something about energy scanning here coming through the cards. All right, let me see here. Some of you do have, because the Six of Cups came out indicating memories, some of you do have a soulmate approaching pile number two. I do recall seeing aspects of commitment and love were coming as well. Irregardless of that little sidecar to the message pile number two, ethical awareness is coming out. Now you're being asked to really walk the walk, no longer just talking it. Right? So if you know that you are working for, let's say, like a corporate entity that you allow to assist you with paying the bills, but you know that they no longer are in alignment with what, your energy is to be aligned with, then give yourselves permission to change that job. Okay. Some of you, it might even be a career change. Give yourselves permission and know you'll be assisted to do just that. Now, this is for those that really have keen awareness of this. Pile number two, This may not resonate for everyone connected to it. But that is something coming through the channeling. This would be somebody who's been disgruntled over this, right? So let's say like, well, I don't want to name names. But you know, like let's say you're a barista somewhere, right? And you're just like, ethically, this is not the vibe, but like, you know, I do work here and I make money. You know, make money somewhere else, okay? Know that you will be assisted in doing that. This is not a call to like immediately walk out the building and, you know, lay claim to shitting on everyone and then go look for your next gig. Not necessarily, unless you're being guided into that, which that's between you, your spiritual guidance team, the divine, your intuition. Please leave me out of it, because I'm not here saying that that's coming through the channeling, okay? Just to be clear. But you know what you'd have to do in order to fix this, and or maybe you don't. Call in the assistance, because it exists for you to be able to, again, fix this, so that you're walking uprightly, energetically, emotionally, and spiritually, irregardless of the ways that you make your money. We've got nurturing thyself. Okay, pile number 2, you've got to let go of the ego and allow yourselves moments to rest. You've got to let go of the egoic fears that you resting means you're not making money, and because you're not making money, you're not going to be able to make the bill payment on time, and because you're not going to make the bill payment on time, you're going to be asked out on the street. Because here's the sitch, if you rock with that kind of vibe long enough, that's exactly what you're creating, babe. You might want to just instead become a multi-millionaire. It's probably just as easy, just as much work. Just saying. Manifestation. I'm giving you guys the cheat codes, just saying. All right. Learn from your mistakes, though. All right. If you want to call them that. Really, mistakes are just choices that produce lower vibes fruit, right? Maybe even unexpectedly. So there is some aspect to ethical awareness, though, obviously coming out right versus wrong. You've got to actually address it now. If you know that aspects of your dark or shadow side are not right, okay, it would be wrong of you to not address it to the point where they're balanced again, to the point where you're operating in full high vibrational functionality again. Makes sense? Okay, that's all I'll say about that. Because you guys are stepping into aspects of your path where you are in fact leading by example. It makes sense that you're coming out already in the cards as an inspiration as well as a light worker. Makes sense, pile number 2. Kindness counts, okay? I get this is really a message from your guides about you with you. Are you being nice to you? How do you know? Did you check? Oh, just because you're a good person to others, you think you're nice to you? You know, you better check. Because what if on the other side of checking, you find out, no, you were working in some sort of energy of that of a people pleaser, which is not nice to you. I'm so sorry to tell you. I'm not really sorry. I'm just really don't want to find you on that type of time. Just, I'd be sorry about that, right? So don't be that one, you guys. Fix it. Kindness counts for you. And practice moderation coming through for pile number 2. So that's a general collective message, you guys, with referable to the perseverance as well as the patience and the moderation. Some of you need to release toxic relationships. Here's the sitch, though. I know you thought I was talking about somebody else. I'm talking about with you, too. What if you have a toxic relationship with yourself regarding money? The second I mentioned money, you go, I don't have it. I don't. Your shoulders shrugged up. I don't. So not talk about that today. Do I have love coming? Maybe my lover will get me out of this hole financially. That's getting toxicity, isn't it? If you're being honest, right? Right. So release toxic relationships with self, within self, about other things, about others, as well as others. Okay, just, you know, general collective, not coming for anyone, but you know what all you got going on, honey bun. And you got to make each day count, all right? Act like you're blessed to have it, because you are. Oh, I know. I know what you're banking. I know what the politicians are. I know. Make each day count, because you're blessed to have it. You're purposefully placed within it by divine right, rule, and strategy. It's big-ish. You got to live like it. 5757 could be a number of some significance. I don't know about you, but I was paying a little bit of attention somewhere along the way during the session, and I'm just saying, I know what 5s mean, and I'm just saying I know what the 7s mean, and I'm just saying because I know at least that much, I'm excited. So look up those angel numbers, would ya? They really help round out the message. I'm so serious. And you guys, watch the judgments. Judgment of self as well as judgment of others, okay? You're being guided to be yourselves, okay? However, in the most highest vibrational state, of course, right? Not just, well, I just am judgy, so that's the way I judge, and I'm just going to judge as I please. You could be on that type of time because you are in charge, you got the free will, right? Is it going to produce the fruit that you're looking for? I'm pretty sure that's not the thing. It's going against too many spiritual laws, and I'm just saying, right? It is what it is. I was listening to Joe Desperanza. I'm gonna butcher his last name. Check the Facebook group, you guys. I placed a beautiful message into the Facebook group via YouTube link, and you guys, those struggling to overcome the mindset of lack, I need you to take a look at that link in the group, you guys, and take heed. Listen to it if you gotta. Okay, I mean, I'm saying listen to it. Sleep to it to listen to it if you gotta. Okay, definitely listen to it. Spirit saying Ace of Swords, listen to that shit. So check out the Facebook group, you guys. I placed a message in there. It's not my message, and it's a lengthy message, so sleep to it if you gotta. But get it in you. Listen to what he's saying, okay? It's very clear to understand, even though it's talking about a lot of scientific, metaphysical, and spiritual shit. I'm so serious. This life is far more spiritual than you might realize. Pile number 2. Calm is not a weakness. You're guided into being calm in spite of the storm. It's like, okay, if anything, you're just going to position yourselves as being the eye of the storm. It's calm there, right? There is a level of protection in the eye of a storm, okay? Because though the storm's swirling about, think of it like a tornado, right? A tornado funnel. If you're in the eye of that, it's calm there, right? Might be slight winds, okay? But you could still put the Vaseline on and grease up, okay? You're not necessarily into your chest cavity or anything off-putting, right? Though the storm, the funnel cloud, is just wreaking havoc all around you, okay? I don't even think that we should be calling ourselves the storm. If anything, we could be the eye of it. It's calm there. If you are the storm, you're kind of laying claim to some form of havoc, okay? Whether you can wreak havoc or not is not really on the agenda anymore, because we're outside of, in case you haven't noticed, survival mode. And for many of you connecting to Paul 2 saying, I'm struggling with that, please check the Facebook group for Love and Light to You Tarot, okay? And if you've yet to do so, join so you can see that message. It's a free group, okay? I'm not trying to get any money out of you. Thank you for those looking to give me some. I receive, right? But I'm really just here giving you the cheat codes. I'm so serious. You guys have to choose love over fear, pile number 2, so that you can get beyond the traps, the illusions, okay, the fears. Some of you, like myself in many moon cycles past, you're fearing death. It's really silly because, again, everything everywhere all at once. Again, energy doesn't lie. And so that's why you kind of have the past lives. I should start putting that in air quotes, right? Because it's really always, and it always occurring all at once. Okay. Forgive yourselves for what aspects of this life, this path, and your nature that you didn't know. Okay. And once you do know them, stop acting like you don't. All right. Forgive yourselves for any time that you've understood on the other side of doing some of this work and gaining clarity, when you have, in fact, most assuredly in moon cycles past, self-sabotaged yourselves, your heart space, okay, your businesses, your growth. All right. Stay open-minded and stay positive, okay? Oh my God, look, I'm saying staying positive through the channeling, and that's the next card. Focus on the positive. It's like I'm psychic, just saying, okay? You guys, you can do this so that you get into that joy space. You should be feeling joy in all you do. Again, attitude of gratitude does assist you with that. You should be expressive of your feelings, but you should also be in charge of them. Your feelings should not be rolling you such to the point where you are explosive, where you are volatile, where you are a raging beast of sorts, right? Because there is some strength in being calm in spite of those offenses, in spite of those triggers. Hell, can't get around it. In spite of the trauma, we've had the trauma card come out for both pals here. A lot's happened. I get it. Okay, what will you do now in spite of that, though? Okay, and what you need to do is do not relinquish any of your power. All right, you guys getting in those weaker states where you are actively actioning out explosive thoughts, intrusive thoughts are winning, right? You are raging like that ginormous wraith, okay, that you've maybe come to know and love. Maybe you've made it your friend. Maybe you've made aspects of your shadow side, you know, in some form of heightened awareness because you feel that you figured out that it assists you by keeping you alive. Here's the sitch though. Ego keeps us alive, not our dark aspects of self. There are light and dark aspects, hear me out, to ego as well, okay? But ego needs to be checked. Ego needs to be in right and proper positioning, of course, because it does assist us with staying alive. But it needs to be checked so that you're not actually making aspects of trauma your friend to the point where you won't give them up and you'll always be traumatized instead of the victor, the overcomer of it, okay? That's coming out for someone. Everyone has value, okay? I don't care if somebody told you every day of your life up until this second and minute that you received this message that you are absolutely not valuable. That those are lies, okay? And so now that we know the truth, I mean, they made cards about it because, I mean, it says everyone has value. You are here, so you are part of everyone. We are all connected. That's also why you're here. And I'm not a nobody. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I know me. Okay. And you need to know you too. And you, if nothing else, carry value. So serious. And abundance is your birthright. Okay. You are to expect it in spite of it being against all odds, you coming out on top. Expect it. Okay. That's part of your story. Again, you're here to inspire others, so it makes sense you're going through challenges, just saying, right? And possess the self-confidence because you are divinity and you are divinely backed. Now, patience coming up again, it is a virtue, I get it, all right? But this is part and parcel of, you know, whatever aspects or challenges you're being asked to overcome, part of your enlightenment, okay? Part of your success story, 38, 38, and 37, 37 coming out, as well as 39, 39. And you guys, I know you think I just went 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is a synchronicity about your progressive forward momentum, about your capability to rise above, just like that phoenix from the ashes, all right? Inner growth, you're committed, stay committed to this inner growth and self-improvement, all right? Because it's going to bode you well, and it's going to assist you with knowing who the fuck you are versus who you are not. And you are divinely supported in this. 4040 could be of some significance, and this is assisting you with gaining clarity regarding your actual life purpose. 4144, excuse me, I said 4144. You might want to look that number up. 4141. And this card states, I am aligned with my divine purpose. I follow my passion and fulfill my soul's mission with enthusiasm. My life is a reflection of my higher calling and true potential. Keywords, true potential, because many of you, pound number 2, I get it. You've been told you'll never amount to nothing. Why would you think that someone's going to love you? You should. My own mother told me you should give up on love. I was flabbergasted. Like, right? And thankfully, I had enough worth built up about myself, right? Or the understanding of, right? To not really take that and run with it. Could you imagine the life I'd lead? Trust in the universe, okay? You guys have to believe this to receive. There's really no way around it. If you believe in something, you really do achieve at what you're believing, right? If you don't believe, will you always achieve? I can't say never, right? But should you try to really set yourself up for failure to find out if that's always the case or just sometimes? What, isn't that a waste, right? We've got patience coming out again for you, pound number 2. You can, yes you can, yes you can. 4646 also reducing to 1010. I practice patience and trust in the process. See, if you're impatient, chances are you're not trusting. You're either not trusting in the divine that backs you, or you're not trusting in the divinity within you, or you're not trusting in your capabilities, or you're not trusting in the capabilities of divinity. So you have to fix that, okay? Self-discovery. You're doing all of this for you as well, all right? This isn't just always about divine agenda. because you are divinity. It's about your agenda as well. And you came here to learn and grow your soul. All right. So, of course, they make cards about self-discovery. Makes sense whether you're seeing 47 or not, pile 2. The message for pile number 2 from your higher selves here is your time is, I'm sorry, I'm saying higher selves. Well, there's no severability, but I meant to say the universe, okay? Your time, pile number 2, is coming. Everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourselves with successful outcomes. Again, you have to believe. And don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way, all right? So you got to turn that 8 of Cups into something that births beauty, all right? 8 of Cups is walking away from the fears, walking away from the insecurities, okay? Next card out. Pile number 2, you're going to be celebrating something very special and soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness. Didn't we talk about that? All right. It will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. So are we waiting a long time for this? We're not even waiting at all. We're claiming it now, pile number 2. See how that works? All right. Be ready for it. Expect it. It's happening. This is from the universe for pile number 2. This is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, good news, and plot twists. Blessings are coming. Plot twists are not always bad, right? It's like actually the phoenix in the 11th hour fucking rose through the ash. Plot twist, right? If something deep within you, pile number 2, tells you something is not quite right, trust it. That's your intuition, your spirit of discernment. You have it. You should use it, okay? Pile number 2, if you're unhappy in your life, change something. It is entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. You are in control of your own life. You are in charge here. If you are feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it is in a relationship, a job, or a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you. And that brings to mind that barista. I won't say the corporate entity, but you know, for those that were asked to really take a look at their ethical awareness, okay, and to you know, make change, whether this is a career change or otherwise. I can't find the card at the moment, so oh, wait a minute, can I no, we're good. All right. I know that you have been questioning yourselves lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do, pile number 2. This message is here to remind you, you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take that leap of faith. They made cards about it. Pile number 2. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel you, plot twist, forward. All right. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. There's that 10-10 energy, just saying. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. If people are gossiping about your arse or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the results of your actions. It's a reflection of their perception of self rather than even a perception of you. Okay, so for those haters, listen up. Stop drinking the haterade and showing your arse about it all, right? Because you're hating on you, boo. All right. There's no hate that really can affect us, chosen ones. There's no hate that can really affect us, those doing the work. Okay. So take notes, haters, right? Put the haterade down and do some work. If you find yourselves constantly, pile number 2, seeing reoccurring numbers or words, it's a sign you're being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. All right. Which again brings me back to that remembrance of that 143 energy where the universe said, hey, I love you, pal, too. Beautiful things are about to happen to you. You are safe. You are protected. There's that root chakra. All right. The worst is behind you and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. Lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. It is safe for you to trust your intuition. Pile number 2. All right. And we're about to close, but I don't want to forget this little tiny pile here on the other side of your higher self message, which goes like this. Pile number 2. Listen up. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal. You've been praying for new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will soon be answered. All right, that is your higher self message, pile number 2. Reason is powerless in the face of love, romance, communication. Listen to your heart. So maybe somebody's coming back around that a lot of people wouldn't understand why you'd allow them to come back around and or get in your good graces. And you know, hey, this is my counterpart. Hey, I'm on a divine mission kind of thing. Doesn't have to be the case, but it is something that comes to the forefront of my mind, if I do say so myself. Pile number 2. Let the waters settle and the stars will be mirrored in you. Take a break. Time away brings clarity. So again, please keep that work-life balance. You know, please delegate responsibilities when it makes sense, all right, to assist you with some other aspects of your mission that not anyone can assist you with. Makes sense, pile number 2? What you seek is seeking you. Here's the roomy vibes, right? Believe, focus. Intention meets with destiny. Okay, some of you have a destiny, what is it called? A cute meet, I think it's called, or meet cute, that will lead to a destined partnership. Okay, the moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. Pile number 2, hang in there, be patient. You are on the right track. They made cards about it. Pile number 2, just saying. And congratulations to you as well. You guys are really doing the work, putting your best foot forward intentionally. And you guys, baby steps lead somewhere way faster than no steps at all. So celebrate those two. Pile number 2. I know I am for you. But you guys got to do your own celebration as well. Honor your own paths as well. It's going to assist you with keeping that battery charged up, okay? And so that you can get even more done. Love and light, the Mercury Alchemist. Welcome. All right, who else is in here? Love and Light Chelsea Daly. Love and Light Earth Angel 1111. Thank you so much, Kay. You're so amazing for that. I don't know if I don't think I checked to make sure that was in there for pile number 2, the timestamp. So thank you, Kay, for that. You guys, I gotta learn how to do the timestamps. I gotta talk to Country Love, I think, with more specificity, because I think I don't know. Does anybody on here know how to do the timestamps? I know somebody did, one of our collective members was kind enough to do it for one of our videos, but I really need to do that for all of them so more people can watch with greater ease. At least that's my intention, but here we are. Because you guys, once I log off, the whole chat box goes away, even though I click the thing like that it should stay. I don't know, it just goes away. I don't know. I don't know if we're just speaking too much truth in the box there too as well, or what. But thank you for those that support the channel. Thank you for those that hit the like and are subscribed. Thank you for those that share the messages, like literally physically share it on your platforms. And thank you for those that tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, hell, tell your daddy. All right, I'm here to help, okay? And I appreciate those that help me help you, okay? And more beautiful souls that really might need these messages just the same, okay? So let's see what we have for our free tarot readings. Any questions? The bell has rung. So if there's no questions, no pressure, right? I can hop off. And I hope that on the other side of logging out, you guys have a phenomenal day. Take care of yourselves. Give yourselves that hug maybe some of you have been yearning for. And definitely are deserving, right? I think that those messages were pretty deep and powerful. For me, they took out a lot of energy. So I am just still processing through some of the after effects energetically from opening that channel. Thank you for those that have resonated with the message and let me know. Thank you for those that will tip and donate because you resonated with the message. Thank you for energetically exchanging with the channel. It all helps, you guys. I'm looking at 111 right now. There's that master manifestation energy. We are in. Claim it. Act like it, right? All right, so if there are no others looking for a free tarot reading, that's cool. I'm not sure if I still have my mods on here. I've been on here for like almost 2.5 hours, you guys. Almost. Not quite, but almost, right? So your girl could use a break anyhow, right? And so no worries there. I don't mean to make you feel pressured. The thought occurs every now and again that I'm like gonna log off and you guys are like placing your free questions in the chat, and I don't want that to happen. And if that should ever happen, you guys just check back with me on the next live stream, and I got you, because it's not intentional, right? Sometimes there is a bit of a lag. I'm mindful of that as well on the live stream, and so just kind of like making sure. I'll just do one last cursory sweep. Now we got no takers. Okay, no worries. All right. I love you guys so much. And I really hope you got something out of these messages, regardless of whether or not all aspects of them resonated. I feel like there was enough food for thought, at least, in both of those piles to get a little something and give you a little boost for your day. Hopefully, at least that was my intention. So thank you for those that did let me know that the messages resonated with you. I appreciate that. Because again, you guys, I like to talk about that too, because it's not in the chat box, like no one else can see, right? So sometimes on the back end, it does kind of look like I'm just talking to myself. Like, okay, yeah. So thank you, because if you guys let me know it resonates, then I get to talk about that too. And of course, that makes it understood that that's just not me putting on a puppet show, right? I guess maybe I could be lying about that, but I'm really not. You guys check the spirit, check the energy. I'm not on here lying. If anything, I'm fighting against lies of all kinds, if you take notice, all right? So it is just what it is. I love you guys. Thanks for hopping on, and thanks for being amazing. I'm really saying that as well because I get to read your cards, right? I mean, they make cards about how amazing you are. So I really need you to know it's high time, especially if you haven't been, to celebrate who you are and what all you've been creating. How you are amazing and unstoppable, if I do say so myself. But go ahead and toot your horn too. I'm just saying. It's kind of a divine order at this point. That's how amazing you are. So toodaloo. Love and light.